everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Let's Talk Life with Leticia Latrice, the Princess of Phoenix. We're here at radiophoenix.org. Thanks you guys so much for tuning in. That was a great new song by Pink called, let's see, Just Like Fire.
Just Like Fire.
And that happens to be my guest, one of her favorite shows. Today we have Miss Aaliyah Petersen here in the studio. She is the owner of Phoenix Lifesaver Network, and she's doing great things in the community with her business. Thanks so much for coming on today, Aaliyah.
Thank you, beautiful. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're so welcome. You know, I just love you and everything that you're doing here in the community. Let's see here. So, thanks again for coming.
Thank you.
Yes, it's so lovely to have you here. You're looking beautiful also today.
Thank you. I had to wear the red, you know, lifesaver, you know.
I know.
I had to wear the red.
I like that. You're always repping your business, most definitely. So, Miss Aaliyah, today we're going to sip a little tea. And the tea that we have today is about Rob and China Kardashian.
Oh, Lord.
How ratchet.
How ratchet is it? All I can say is bless their little hearts.
Bless their poor little hearts, you know. It's nice to be able to have $16,000 a month to throw away on somebody's, you know, mortgage and buying multiple Ferraris, all these things. Now he's heartbroken. He's saying he didn't understand the woman that she was, but you knew who she was.
Yeah, he knew who she was before he got with her, you know. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know, maybe he was just in a dark place and she made him feel good. That's all that was.
That could have been, that sounds like a great story to the situation. And, you know, I do think that sometimes people settle for things that, you know, aren't exactly what they need in their life just to kind of fill a void. And it's like, these are the type of things that happen when you do that.
That is true, but I don't know what was he thinking in the first place when she was already part of the family. So why would you reintroduce her into the family and then make a baby with her?
That is so true.
Let's be real here. So that's a little bit of a hiccup there, you know. And then you're gonna throw it all on blast, girl. All
on blast. Like, really? Is that what people do now? Because, you know, everybody has their little deep, dark secrets, but then you got the what's it called? Not estranged, but upset spouses. You know.
You know, but the only thing I'll be thinking about is the baby. You know, 5-10 years from now, the baby gonna see all of this. You know, and that's what's gonna hurt the baby. They don't think about the long-term effects of what they're doing.
How embarrassing!
But they are Kardashians at the end of the day, so they're used to this. You know, and while we're sitting here talking about it, they're still probably making millions off of everybody else talking about it. So it could have been a publicity.
It could have been.
You know,
that's true. And she calls the baby her poom poom nugget, and I'm like, who calls their child that?
Oh, I didn't hear that one. Oh, wow.
Yes, you always is calling her little new baby a poom poom nugget. I'm thinking, So that was the goal from day one.
Poom poom nugget, huh? Yeah, I guess that's all. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, today we're going to be talking about financial literacy. We're going to get into what your organization is doing here for people in the community. But I just want to, you know, really highlight the importance of financial literacy because a lot of people are not always given, you know, that step-by-step instructions on how to build wealth, how to reduce debt, how to, you know, really prepare for your future. So on the Let's Talk Life show during the wealth segment, which is the wealth segment today, we really like to try to emphasize financial literacy. And so why do you think it's important, Aaliyah?
Well, I think it's important because if we get the information that we need at a younger age, we won't make those mistakes in adult life. You know, a lot of things are not spoken in schools anymore. You know, they don't teach you when you go, you know, you graduate, this is what's going to happen. You know, what's the number one thing that happens when you go to graduate high school? What do you get in the mail?
A diploma or a bill.
You get them credit cards.
Right.
They send you a credit card saying you approved for a credit card. You know, and then what do? Oh man, we're approved. Let me get that credit card, you know. But we don't know how to handle that credit card, what the terms and the agreements is for that credit card. So that's a problem. So it's important for us to educate and teach people about these issues so people don't make the mistakes of getting themselves in debt. You know, it's $1 trillion problem in America right now. You know, from student loans to the credit cards to just credit. It's $1 trillion problem through Americans. Why is that? Because there was no education given to us early in life. So That's what the Phoenix Lifesaver Network is. We're here to educate, teach people about financial literacy from step A all the way to Z.
Oh, wow, that sounds amazing, and I love what you guys are doing, a lot of the programs that you guys offer, and I just think that you hit that right on the nail, that a lot of the things that we need to become financially literate and really learn how to build our wealth are not taught in high school or even college. You know, I have a college degree, and they didn't teach me, you know, about 401ks, the stock market, investing, saving properly, you know, the rule 27, you know, all these things that are important in the financial industry. So, you know, I had to take the time to learn it for myself. So it's great that there's organizations like yours that can help to provide people with kind of those step-by-step instructions.
Yeah, definitely. You know, and that's what we're here for. That's why we are the Phoenix Lifesaver Network. We're on a crusade to help America is what it is. It's not just a local thing, it's nationwide. So we don't want us to be in debt. We don't want anyone to be in debt. We want to be able to use that debt, turn it into a positive so they can invest, so they can have generational wealth.
Yeah.
But it starts with a process.
Oh, wow. That sounds like some good information. And we're going to get into what you guys specifically do. Is there just a little pointer that you guys would have, that people can take with them just to take the steps to start to become financially literate?
Yes, we do. We have actually great programs, but we're going to leave that for a few weeks out. But we have great programs for individuals to help them become, let's say, financially stable.
Sure, you know? But maybe a tip, something they can read or a pointer.
The best information I can tell them is always just go into our Facebook page. Every day there's daily quotes, there's daily inspiration, and there's facts on there that's going to help them. So if they go to the Phoenix Lifesaver Network Facebook page, you're definitely going to get that. Or they can pick up the phone and call me directly, and I'm going to point them with some tips.
Okay, yeah. Do you have anything that, you know, like a quote or something that can help just give people some general information just about financial literacy in general?
My infamous quote is this: your life is your business. So treat your life like it will be your business. And that's all I can say. Just like if you're a business owner, if you're running your business a certain way, you need to make sure you're running your life a certain way as well. So that's what I can tell. Remember, your life is your business. Let's handle it and take care of it like it is a business.
Yeah, I mean, I actually feel like people leave their finances last. It's always like, oh, I have to do this, oh, I have to go to work, I have to take care of the kids, all these things. Then you look up and 20 years have passed and you really haven't taken the steps necessary to prepare for your future. Now you're scrambling. Now it's kind of like you're trying to catch up. You're behind the 8 ball. So that's my word of advice is to all the listeners and everybody out there. Take the time, start now. The best time to start is now.
Yeah, definitely. Again, it goes back to when you get out of high school. You know, start planning, because when you go to college, you're gonna accumulate debt. Start planning from high school, you know, into your adulthood, because like you said, you know, you're gonna get older one day. You may not have your retirement set up. Then what? What's gonna happen?
Exactly.
You know,
and especially as entrepreneurs, we're not necessarily just handed a benefits package with insurance and 401k and all these things. So it's important as an entrepreneur too for you to know that you still can do certain things to set, you know, yourself up for success in the future.
And that's learning to invest in yourself.
For sure. Now that's the number one thing, is invest in yourself. If you take the time to invest in so many other things, your hair, your nails, your car, you know, your house, your children, all these things, why not take the time to invest in yourself? So at the Let's Talk Life show during the wealth segment, we'll give everybody a lot of great tips and information that they can use to build their wealth, prepare for their future, and just so that you can have hope that it is possible. So thanks so much, you guys, for tuning in to this segment of Let's Talk Life with Leticia Latrice here at RadioPhoenix.org, when we come to talk, sing, and connect. We'll be back after this next segment.
How did I do?
There you go. I see you. I see her.
Can you turn that one off for me? Okay, everybody, welcome back to this segment of Let's Talk Life with Leticia Latrice here at RadioPhoenix.org. Once again, we have Miss Aaliyah Petersen here in the studio. She is the owner of Phoenix Lifesaver Network, and they're a financial literacy company that's providing some great programs for people here in the Phoenix area and nationwide, I'm sure. So thanks again for coming on, Aaliyah.
Thank you so much, young lady.
Oh, yes. I'm excited to kind of learn about what you guys are doing and some of the programs that you have, that you're offering. So just kind of tell me, what exactly is the Phoenix Lifesaver Network?
Well, we're a financial service company. So we help individuals that have credit issues, student loan issues, and individuals looking to start a business or needs a business loan or business line of credit.
Oh, that's awesome. I know a lot of people who need that.
Yeah, it's a wonderful thing, you know. As an entrepreneur, I wanted to make sure that I could take care of our people, so just people in general, so they can be have financial freedom, and be secure when they're doing their businesses. So that's kind of why I got into it.
For sure, financial stability, you know, is such a thing that people struggle with these days, especially an entrepreneur when it's like you make your own paycheck pretty much, you know. So being able to have some options to sustain you or to help, you know, raise capital or build your business is awesome. It's really awesome. So what made you get into this industry or start your business?
Well, what made me get into this industry was not only that I came from a senior care background of 16 years. And over my course of 16 years, I always saw families struggling with not having certain things set up at the end, you know. And if they had certain things set up, they would have good funerals for these loved ones, or they wouldn't be, or it would be cases they would be in crappy nursing homes and things of that nature. And I knew why. I didn't understand why at that time, why that was happening, okay? And so as I got older, I realized they didn't do financial, they didn't plan the future. And so within the last year, I got more heavy into learning about financial services, and I started educating, learning, you know, getting some one-on-one coaching and stuff, and I was like, this is it. This is where I have to be. I have to teach people in general, from youth to seniors, that financial planning is very important to your life, because it's all about a lifestyle. You know, you want to sustain a certain lifestyle, but if you don't plan correctly, you're going to be in certain circumstances for no reason. We cannot rely on other sources. Needless to say, we're not going to go into details. We can't rely on other sources. So we got to make sure that we take care of ourselves and make sure that we get the financial education that we need. Plan, prepare, so we can execute, so we can have a wealthy lifestyle.
That's awesome. That's amazing. I love what you guys are doing. And just like you said, you know, and I mean, I see it too. People that, you know, are in their 50s and 60s, they didn't plan properly. Now they're scrambling. They're trying to figure out what to do. They're still living check to check. And everybody wants to live that great lifestyle. You know, they have this vision of, oh, when they retire, they're going to have a beach house. Their house is going to pay it off. Their kids' college tuition is paid. But if you don't take the steps to make that happen, it's not just going to happen overnight.
Exactly. It's all about planning. You know, we're not reinventing the wheel. We're just providing education. It's been around since the turn of the century, you know, on this. So it's just getting the education awareness out there on people, to let them know that what we are here to help you. You know, if you have credit issues, you know, if you have student loans, let us help you, because that money that you're paying for those things can go back into your family. You know, why risk a garnishment? Why risk, you know, losing your taxes because you didn't plan or you didn't prepare? You know, that's a problem. Now you're taking away from your family, you're taking away from your kids, you know, and you can be putting that money into a savings. You can be putting that money into a trust. You can be putting that money somewhere, a vacation. People love to vacation, but we can't vacation. Why? Because we're paying off debt, girl.
And that's one of the things that I really try to teach here at Letstalklife is how can you reduce your debt to build your wealth. And just like you said, that's what the concept is hey, when you pay that debt off, to, you know, transfer that money into funds that are going to help you to invest, to help you save, to help save towards a vacation or a home or something that you've been wanting. And I just think you hit it right on the nail. One of the points that I think is so important is people need to take the time to educate themselves. You know, people spend so much energy doing other things, watching social media, watching television, reality TV, you know, all these miscellaneous things when you really, and then it's like you don't have any financial education.
Right. Yeah, and if you're on social media, why aren't you looking at Les Brown? Why aren't you looking at Dr. Boyce Watkins? You know, the financial educators out there. You know, they're on social media all the time doing live videos. Watch that. You know, they're telling us these things for a reason, because they want better for us.
Most definitely. No, I think that it's just important for everybody to take a little time. It's like, hey, if you love reality TV, you love social media, great. But also do some things that are going to stimulate your mind, that are going to help you in the future. Like, because, you know, that show, first of all, the people on the shows are already millionaires, okay? They're making it. They got their money. We're just making them richer. But focus on how you can become a millionaire.
Exactly.
That part.
Exactly.
This is good. Okay, so one of the things that you guys really focus on at the Phoenix Lifesaver Network, is student loan forgiveness. So can you kind of just give us a brief overview of how that program works and what it can do for people?
Yeah, it's an awesome program, and I got into it again, you know, when it was reached out to me. They were like, hey, you know, you're already helping people, you know, with their credit issues. You know, one of the other biggest problems on people's credit is student loans, you know, so the student loan forgiveness program is actually wonderful. So if you went to school and you got over, I help individuals over 30,000 more of debt. Okay, so if you have over 30,000 more debt, you're in default or you're in deferment, I can help you. How I'm going to help you is to be able to provide you forgiveness through our program that we offer. What we want to do is make sure that you don't have to worry about collectors calling you anymore. You don't have to be stressed out the end of the night because those bills, because of those student loans. And I don't want you worrying about your paycheck being garnished for a student loan, because they got boots on the ground right now. They're coming. And just so we're clear on that. And another thing too is why have to get, again, going back to getting your taxes taken, all because you're not being responsible. You went to school, you got the loan. Now it's time for you to be responsible and pay on that loan. You can't keep going years and years and years and not paying on a loan. Another thing too, people don't realize, Leticia, is everyday interest goes on loans. Every day. Why are you allowing interest to go on your loan? You know, every day for no reason. You know, when all you had to do was pick up the phone, call Phoenix Lifesaver Network and ask them about our forgiveness program, and we'll be able to help you.
Wow, that's amazing, because let me tell you something. Student loans are like people's worst nightmare. And they come down with an iron fist on you. Like you said, they'll garnish your wages, you know, snatch your tax refund. I'm a tax preparer. I know so many people that can't get their refund because of their student loan.
Right, and all they had to do was pick up the phone or get on Facebook, because we're all over, and find someone that does forgiveness. The forgiveness program is going to be around for a long time, and it helps forgive the interest and the principals, just so we're clear. So if you take out a certain amount in your loan, and then you have interest on it, that's what's going to be forgiven, and that's a beautiful thing. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
So that's what's going to be forgiven. It's a wonderful program that the last administration passed, so we can have this, so we can help the, what is it, the trillion amount of people, or trillion amount of dollars that's in, that people owe. Like, it's a crazy percentage of how many people are in default. It's crazy, you know.
Now, let me tell you something about default.
Tell me, girl.
Default will stop you from getting a car, getting a house. It tears down your credit. It takes you forever to get out of. Default is like your worst nightmare. Let me just let anybody know out there in the community. If you can avoid yourself from getting into student loan default, even if you got a $5,000 loan, work something out. Contact the student loan forgiveness program, whatever, because once you get in default, it's like it takes forever to get out of it.
And not only that, when you go to get a judgment, there is no snapping back from that judgment. Because when that judge rules, it's a wrap. You can't be forgiven. You can't call out and ask for help anymore.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yeah,
See,
yeah, you're done. So, you know, it's huge. It's a huge issue. You know? And then I had a scenario this week. A young lady has not been paying on her loan since the 90s.
Whoa.
Honey, she had over 40 grand in interest. 40 grand. So, you know, you gotta take who wants to go to grave? Who wants to go to their grave with student loan debt? Who? Not me. But that's what we're here for. So we can help. We can help individuals pretty much reduce their loan amount. A lot of people go to school, they don't pay their loan amount. It takes about 25 years. We can reduce it down to 10.
That is amazing.
So that's what we're here for.
That is so awesome. So I just really appreciate all the wonderful information that you've given us, Aaliyah. It really is something I think that the community needs to know of. And again, it's just about education. The more that you're aware and you know how things work and how to prevent things from happening or how to prepare for things, the better off you'll be. So I encourage everyone, especially if you have student loan student loan debt, to look into a student loan forgiveness program. Aaliyah does have a great program here in the Phoenix area. So can
nationwide.
Nationwide. Excuse me, nationwide. The show is worldwide, so that's perfect.
Okay.
So can you just let the audience know how they can reach you if they have questions about your program?
So right now, currently, they can reach us where we have a major following on Facebook. Like I was saying earlier, get all the information you can off of Facebook. I'm there. You can give us a call locally at any time as well, and I'll give you guys that number to call, which is 520-329-3283. If you guys need help, just reach out. Also they can email us, phxlifesaver@gmail.com. We provide the free consultations for everyone. It's nothing wrong with inquiring about free information. Don't be afraid to pick up the phone. I don't mind consulting with you.
Oh, awesome. Well, thanks again so much for coming to the Let's Talk Life show, Aaliyah. I look forward to working with you in the future. We have a couple of things in the works, so I'm excited. And thanks for coming, girl.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. All right, how did I do?
Good.